All right, what up, people? It's your boy Chid from Green Eagle Eye coming to you again with a brand new video. This time it's to preview, I should say, the Arsenal versus Östersunds game. And I figured because so many people were literally tweeting me, commenting, bugging me about, well, when am I going to have Leon? I want to hear what both of you have to say together. Even though the fact that both of us have commented on this Bellerin thing separately, and Lee has done that several times, but they still wanted us to go. I figured I'd bring Lee on to do this preview with me. So, Lee, welcome. Say hello to the people, man.
Good evening. I thought I'd put my star jumper on today. You know, I'm shining bright like a star.
Superstar.
Superstar. Don't know about
It's
superstar.
been quite a week for you, right?
It's been really quiet, man. Yeah, nothing's happened at all. I've had a really quiet week, mate. It's been great. My notifications have been quiet on Twitter and
trust you to get all this attention on the weekend that Arsenal don't play.
Do you know what's funny, Chris? Right, and I know we just spoke about this before we come on there. Right, There's a hell of a lot of people that don't like what I say. Yeah, a hell of a lot. Yeah, cool. Go and join the queue of haters because I don't care. Right, but what makes me absolutely crease up laughing is right. If you don't like what I'm saying and you don't want to subscribe to my channel and you don't want to watch my videos, cool. I ain't got no drama with that. Yeah, but then when you spend all weekend, promoting my video, with your own little video to get your own bit of attention because you've edited it, to get your own 600 retweets. These are grandparents we're talking about here, bruv. Yeah, we're not talking about 15-year-old virgins. Yeah, we're talking about grandparents, right? All they did was get so much traffic come through my YouTube that I ended up having 3 or 4 times as many views on that video as I average on a video. Do you know what I mean? So, you know, when they're sitting there giving it, you're an attention seeker, you're this, you're that. Well, all you've done is give my channel more attention. And thanks for the 350 subscribers I gained over Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
And that's the thing. I must admit, so you probably think you're sat there thinking, blimey, what took you guys so long? Honestly, me and Lee just stuff in a chat off air. And literally, I was saying to him off air, like, you know when I first started talking to Lee, he used to talk to me about haters and stuff. I thought to myself, all right, how bad could it actually be, right? And this is without Lee showing or anything. Some of it, almost the dedication.
Yeah, man. I've got full-time haters, bro.
My gosh, like freeze frames and shit and zoom-ins and shit.
Yeah, man.
And I'm thinking to myself, just logically, take a step back for a second. If this man you hate so much is such this big attention seeker, why on earth would you bring more people to bring attention to this person? It doesn't make any sense. The logic of that just baffles me.
Not only that, Chris. Right?
Your solution to that is bringing him more attention.
Not only that as well, right? These people that claim that people like me, you, whoever, we're attention seeking, The only way these people get retweets and likes on Twitter is by hating on other people. Yeah, you go and look through these people's timelines on their footballing opinion. No retweets, no likes, right? Every single day, I get at least 50 to 60 people tag me in something and say, what are your thoughts on this? Because people are genuinely interested in my thoughts on it. These people ain't getting that because nobody gives a fuck what they're saying. Nobody cares about their dead podcast. Nobody cares about their dead blog. Yeah? Because all they want to do is spend all day hating, right? Now, listen, I don't want to go on and make it all about haters because this is not why we're here, yeah? But listen, the dedication of some of these people, right? I swear, yeah? I'm talking about football. They're talking about me. There's levels to this shit, bruv, yeah? Right? There is levels to this shit. I'm saying my opinion talking about a football match. They're screwing and fucking pissed off about my opinion. Yeah? Cool. I'm glad I piss you off. I'm going to try even harder now. Let's get this show on the road.
Well, I'm not going to let you. I'm sorry. I'm not going to go on too much about the reason why so many people are let off because you blimey, I've heard you on at least 3 different platforms, and I know you've probably been on at least 5.
About 5 or 6, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, to talk about the same Hector Bellerin stuff. But what I will mention is obviously there was a new slant on everything today, and that is the supposed clip of Hector Bellerin. Now, funnily enough, me and you disagree a little bit on this. So, for those of you who don't know and aren't on Twitter, blimey, first of all, you're very, very lucky.
You are very lucky. It's the worst social media out there. I'm saying really? It is the worst. Instagram's a walk in the park.
Yeah, what I've heard, because I'm not on Instagram, but for what I know, Facebook, you don't get shit, none of this shit. And with Insta, it's just easy work. But basically, a clip allegedly of Hector Bellerin came out, maybe about a minute long, talking about essentially him. It posed as him on the phone to somebody, possibly an agent, possibly a friend, possibly someone else, talking about trying to force through a move to Barcelona in the summer. Obviously, this dropped in the morning and everyone lost their shit. Some people believe that the clip is very authentic and is actually trying to move. Some people think that it's bullshit. Some people are just flat out blaming Arsenal Fan TV. Some people just believe that it's somebody causing trouble within the fan base because, let's face it, we are so volatile as a fan base. I think we have to be the most divided fan base in the league. It's crazy.
In the world.
Now, I know that me and you slightly differ about what we think this tape is, but so you tell people what you think.
Just to put you right slightly, you say it was about a minute long. The version I listened to was over 4 minutes long.
Oh, okay. I listened to one that was 59 seconds. I haven't seen the 4-minute one.
Yeah, there's one that's about 4 minutes long that I heard, right?
Okay.
Where he says that he tried moving in the summer. He ended up staying, and basically the club said, look, give it 1 more year, blah, blah, blah. Now he can, then he said that something along the lines, and I'm not saying it's Hector Bellerin, by the way, I'll come to that in a minute, yeah?
Okay.
But whoever's speaking in that video, in that recording is saying that it'll now be easier to get away this summer and forced to move this summer because obviously I stayed for the extra year. Similar to the Ronaldo thing, wanted to leave Man United, give me 1 more year. The 1 more year, we're now 6th. Yeah. Later on in the clip that I heard, he slates off that there's no leaders in the club.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I've not heard that one.
No leaders in the club whatsoever.
Right.
Training is the same boring shit every day. Exactly the same training session every day. So yeah, but this is what I'm going to say on it, right? I've listened to that clip maybe 20 times, and it does sound identical to him. I have to admit, yeah, it does.
It does say it's a very good impression, whoever it is.
Right. If it isn't him, then whoever's done that impression of him needs to jack their actual job in and go full time as an impressionist, yeah, because it sounds identical, right? The only way we're ever going to know, right, and this is what I said, right, because I've seen so much bullshit on Twitter today from the same accounts with a witch hunt against AFTV, right, saying, it's one of them, how convenient that it's come out 2 days after Bellerin slagged them off. Fuck off, man. Seriously? Yeah? That is libelous comments they're coming out with. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah? Real bad shit. And that just shows their agenda, right? Now, for me, I think it's him, but you can't be sure. Yeah? Because it's very quiet, it's very muffled. Yeah? But when it does go clear, it does sound the spitting image of him, right? But the only way we're going to know this is 2 ways, right? Is if he comes out himself on social media, or the club come out on his behalf, or his agent comes out on his behalf and says, yes or no it was or wasn't him, right? Or the other way we're going to know whether it was him or not is if the original owner of that clip, the person that took the recording, comes out and says, "No, it was just me and my mates taking the piss," or "Yeah, it was actually him." Right? Now, I'm not sure whether either of them things are going to happen. But one thing I will say, right, is it's all well and good having a witch hunt against a certain YouTube channel, yeah? And it's all well and good having a witch hunt against certain people that go on that channel, yeah? The shit I have seen today is a joke, right? And I just don't comment on it. I can't be asked. I'm scrolling through seeing this shit, just like, really? Yeah? What makes you seriously think that somebody from that organization is actually going to go and do that? Fully grown adults, you know, that have got like full-time jobs. Yeah?
Well, let me kind of quickly jump in here. I don't know Robbie. I met him once, but I don't know him. Anyone who knows me knows I've never jumped on Arsenal Fan TV. So I have no agenda. Even if you think Lee does, I have no agenda. I think the fucking comments that the idea that Robbie would now try and get an impressionist, pay somebody,
do you know what I'm saying?
To do that.
And do you know what's funny, Chris, right? It's the same fucking accounts, yeah? Right, like I said to you before we come on air, right? My video about Bellerin has had 800 odd fucking comments on that video, yeah? 99.9% of them are pure love, pure backing me. Well said, mate. You've said what everyone's thinking, yeah? Now, I don't claim to be talking for a fan base. I don't ever claim that, right? Now, go on Twitter and it's complete role reversal. It's dickheads hating on me left, right and centre, yeah? And that shows you their agenda because I'd never done YouTube until May last year and all I've got is pure love on it. I've done Twitter for 5 years, yeah? And I'd say 40% of the time is just other people talking about me, yeah? Now, one thing I will say here, because I don't want to drag this on because this ain't all about Hector Bellerin, right? Because personally, I don't give a toss if it was him or it wasn't him. If it was him, then I may just retract my video because he's fully fucking Wenger out if it is him. Yeah. Right. But one thing I will say is, right, all these dickheads, right, that are coming out with it's this person, it's that person, it's this organisation, it's them. How about put all of your time and dedication into finding out who the first person to fucking tweet it out was, yeah? Go and find that Twitter account who posted that clip first. Go to them and ask them the question, was it you that recorded it? If not, where the fuck did you get the clip from? Yeah? Know what I'm saying? Because somebody has posted that first on Twitter, right? They've got that from somewhere. So go and find out where they've got it from. Instead of sitting there with your agenda against somebody that you're jealous of because you're scraping a living, yeah, while this guy's living his life, yeah, and you'll hate him because your shit fucking Twitter account with 50 followers, yeah, is dead, or your blog's dead, or your fucking YouTube channel's dead, yeah, or your podcast is dead. Stop hating on people that are actually achieving something in their life, yeah, and just grow up, yeah, because let's be real, all this is doing is deflecting away from the real issue that's surrounding Arsenal. That Arsene Wenger's finished. The club's fucking ruined at the minute. Yeah, we've got a dead owner that don't give a fuck. Yeah, and we've got a half a squad that are fucking shit. Yeah, so all this fucking little side issue is deflecting away from the fact that we're sixth. And every single year, Chris, right? Every single year, yeah, something different comes out where this fucking same group of fucking people, and it is the same group, yeah, come out with some bullshit to deflect away from the fucking failing of this football club. Yeah? Oh, we can't compete with fucking oil money. Oh, well, we can't go, we can't, this summer, we can't compete with a country. Fuck off, man. Yeah? Do you know what I mean? Oh, Arsene Wenger, yeah, he built the stadium. That was another one. Oh, we can't compete financially. Oh, we're building a stadium. Oh, we're paying the stadium fucking every fucking year.
But that's what, to be honest with you, that's why I'm starting to think it is a deliberate agenda, because what it does is if you make the discussion about Arsenal fan TV as opposed to we need to try and force this old man out in the summer, it just takes the focus away onto something they don't like, because they don't like DT, they don't like Troops. Basically, they don't like the major figureheads.
Do you know what makes me laugh, right? And like I said, I'm going to shut up in a minute about it because it just winds me up, Chris, right? Do you know what winds me up the most? You see, all these people that want to fucking hate about it, yeah? How about go and set up your own fucking positive channel? Come out after we've been spanked by Bayern Munich 5-1. Okay, so yeah, Arsenal positive TV. Just lost 5-1 tonight. Well, at least we scored. Do you know what I mean? Fucking really? These fucking people, I swear they live in a bubble of deluded fucking shit, mate, yeah? Right? I was at Forest when we lost. I was stood with fucking Tom Canton. Stood next to him one side. I had Claude the other side. Yeah? We stayed right to the death. We looked at each other and went, well, that was fucking shit, wasn't it? Yeah? Do you know what I mean? And all the fans in that stadium, 3,000 away fans, are going mad. Any single person that is such a snowflake that can't handle me calling Bellerin a see you next Tuesday, yeah? Don't ever go to a football match. Seriously. Don't ever go to a football match. Because I've heard him called that left, right, and centre at every game, yeah? And you see all you two-faced people, yeah, that are out there hating because I've called him that 20 times in a video, yeah? Don't ever go to a fucking game because you'll be offended, you little precious little snowflake, yeah? I just find it fucking baffling, Chris. Seriously, mate. Like, these people literally dedicate their whole day to talking about something they can't affect. Yeah, grow up.
Crazy. Honestly, and to be fair to Robbie, because I noticed he's been, I noticed deliberately that channel, and I even said this to you offline, that it's gone a bit quiet recently, and there's not a lot coming out there. It'd be a shame to let these type of people, and I mean, it's even happening right now in the chat room right now. There is a debate going on about whether Robbie's a real fan or, you know, whether Arsenal fans. That's in my fucking chat room, for fuck's sake.
Seriously,
like,
come
what's
on.
What's going on here?
Come on.
What's going on?
Listen. Yeah, I know him quite well, and I'm mates with DT, as we know, yeah, and I'm mates with Troops, yeah. And listen, let's be real. I've known them for a long time, yeah, longer than people imagine that I've known them. Right? They just think I've known them this season, yeah. Come on, right? Now, we ain't going to turn this into a whole debate about that because it's just a side issue. We're talking about...
Yeah, and to be honest, I can imagine Robbie wouldn't want us to talk about it.
Exactly. And listen, I don't really want to talk about it because at the end of the day, it's fucking irrelevant. Yeah? What they do is what they do. If people don't like it, don't fucking watch it. I don't like The Only Way is Essex. My missus loves it. Yeah, every time it's on, I sit there ripping the piss out of it. Yeah, and she's like, "Shut up."
Yeah? I never watched that.
But do you know what? I don't go and sit on Twitter quoting off all the stars of fucking The Only Way is Essex, do I? Yeah, I don't spend my whole day fucking talking about them. Listen, if you don't like it, don't watch it. If you don't like this show, don't watch it. If you don't like me, don't watch me. Yeah, but like I said about 10 minutes ago, yeah, I'm talking about football. Everyone else is talking about me. There's levels to this shit. Start talking about football. Start having an opinion, yeah, and actually back it with logic, yeah? So if you are going against the grain, back your fucking points, which is what I do, yeah? If people don't like that, tough. I couldn't give a fuck, yeah? If people like it, great. Happy days. Come subscribe. If you don't like it, you ain't affecting my life. I couldn't give a fuck if you hate me. Yeah? I ain't here to be liked. I've got mates outside of fucking YouTube and outside of Twitter. Yeah? So, at the end of the day, all these people with a sad little witch hunt, I really, really hope, yeah, this is the final thing I'm going to say on it, right? I really hope it is Hector Bellerin, and I really hope that he comes out and says it's him, and says he's fucked up, and says it was 6 months ago, yeah? Because you see, the witch hunt that's gone in on everyone connected to that other channel, yeah, they're all going to be fucking finished on Twitter, yeah, because they are fucking gone in all day, yeah, and personally, I'm going to retweet the shit out of him if he comes out and says it was him. That's me done on that. Let's get on to the preview, man, because seriously, I'm getting fucked off. Sorry, man. Sorry, bro.
Right, so believe it or
It just
not,
winds me
in
up, man. It
between all
winds
of
me up.
this, Arsenal actually have
Let
a
everyone
full
argue in the
match on
comments
Thursday.
section.
It feels like it's been ages since Arsenal actually played a game, but a lot of shit has happened in between. How are you feeling? It's kind of a weird situation for Arsenal to be in because, you know, we all recognise that this is a competition we want to win. The tie is, we're in a strong position, but I think we stop short of saying it's done at the moment.
Oh, no, it's done. It's done. It's done.
I think most of us are realistic enough to know that at least at home, surely we're not going to lose 4-0 to these players.
No, it's done. It's done. It's done.
So,
we're through to the next round.
So I guess it kind of presents a question of what sort of team would you play in this? Who would you rest? Bearing in mind that we've got this League Cup final on Sunday.
Yeah.
And obviously that is an important game, regardless of what you want to think about the cup. This is a cup which, fuck the manager.
Can I just butt in there? Sorry, right? Regardless of what people think about that cup, this is the double standards in the Arsenal fan base here. The amount of people that have slagged it off and said it's a shit cup, yeah, they've all got a ticket for Wembley on Sunday. Yeah? Because guess what? It's a piss up at Wembley. They can all go and have a day out, have a Larry up and all that bollocks. Yeah, where the fuck were you against Doncaster? Yeah, where the fuck were you against Norwich?
Norwich. Yeah? I was there.
Yeah, cool. Do you know what I mean? But they mug it off. It's a shit cup, Mickey Mouse Cup. As soon as the final comes up, oh, fucking hell. Yeah. And the same people will use it as a fucking tool to give that fraudulent fuck who runs our club another contract. Do you know what I'm saying? The geezer ain't given a toss about this competition for 21 years. All of a sudden we're in a final and it's the be all and end all. Yeah. The quicker people wake up to this shit, the better, man. Seriously. But the team, I've picked my team. I've already recorded my preview. That's scheduled to come out tonight later on. I think that we should play a better team that we played the other night. I think that some of the players that I'll be straight up. I've picked Iwobi for my team on Thursday.
Hey.
I've picked him. Yeah, I've picked him. Yeah, no, I've picked him. I've put Koscielny in my team. Okay. Yeah, I've put Jack in my team.
Oh wow, okay.
Yeah, because look, at the end of the day, I
you want to keep them ticking over, presumably.
The last time we had a game was against Tottenham.
Yeah.
Right? By the time we play Man City on Sunday, it's 2 weeks from when we play Tottenham.
Yeah.
Okay, so if none of the first teamers, as I'm going to call them, play in this game on Thursday, and only Mkhitaryan, who's cup tied, I believe, yeah, I don't think he can play in the League Cup final. Yeah, if he probably will play. Thinking about it, I fucking didn't pick him, but there we go. Didn't think of that until now. Yeah, what do I know? But no, what I'm saying is like, if you go 2 weeks without Jack Wilshere playing football, and you go 2 weeks without Koscielny playing football, yeah, all of a sudden they're not match sharp. Yeah, Jack Wilshere not playing football for 2 weeks. Come on. He goes into that first tackle. He might be a little bit too late. He might be a little bit too early and get crunched it, whatever. All of a sudden, he's off the pace. He's now hobbling. We've got to take him off. So I would play...
Where I do agree with you is we are shit whenever we've had an extra few days rest.
Yep.
We are so bad. Like, so bad. And we always make the team that played like 3 days before us. Sorry, 3 days. Yeah, 3 days after us, I should say. We make them look world class, and for that reason, I do sort of agree with you because I think.
Well, you've only got to look at Chelsea last season, the FA Cup final. They had the league title wrapped up with 2 games to go or whatever it was. Yeah, so all their players were dropped for the last 2 league games of that season. Yeah, we then go into the cup final. We're thinking like we're going to get smashed. Yeah, look how we dominated that game. Because they'd had 2 weeks off. Yeah, they hadn't kicked a ball for 2 weeks. Yeah, we didn't go into that cup final and we should have won 4 or 5. Let's be real. We should have done. Yeah, and I'm fearing that if we go into this game on Thursday, and let's be real, I think it's done. There's no way in a million years they're scoring 4 goals. Ain't happening. Yeah, so if we go into that game without our maybe some of our first teamers, the Ramseys. Well, I didn't pick Ramsey, but that's because I'm not sure if he's going to be fit or not. To be fair,
It doesn't look like he will be.
No, I did, and I put Kolasinac in my team. And the reason I dropped him on Real is because he played last Thursday.
Yeah.
Yeah, whereas if he hadn't played last Thursday, then I would have put him in the team this Thursday. Yeah, so I tried to do it like Mustafi I've took out of my team. Yeah, because he played on Thursday. Whereas if he hadn't, he would have played like my formation in my team. That's why I put Koscielny in, because Mustafi played last week. Put Koscielny in now. Keep everyone on it. Yeah, do you know what I mean? Like, I just fear that if we don't go with some of the better players or the first team players, that we're going to go into that cup final cold. And Man City play their best team pretty much every game.
So for me, it's so what I personally would do.
You're doing you right.
I would go with Ospina in goal. Even though it'd be a good, I'd probably play him on Sunday as well, to be honest. But
I actually put Ospina in goal. I put him in goal because I think he'll play on Sunday.
I think he'll play on Sunday as well, but I would also play him on Sunday. So keep Ospina in goal. So right back is an interesting situation. Here's where I think me and you have disagreed, and I had a real think about this. I would play Mustafi. I would rest Koscielny because of his dodgy Achilles. I would play Chambers, Holding, and Kolasinac as the back four. Mustafi's right back. Because we seem to have forgotten that this motherfucker is right back.
See, I put Chambers at right back.
Huh?
I put Chambers at right back.
Oh, you put Chambers? Oh, I ain't put...
Yeah.
Listen, I love Chambers. Everybody knows this. People make fun of me because of this. But he's too slow to play right back for me. So, no chance. Plus, there ain't no way I'm playing Hector after this past few days. There ain't no way I'm playing Hector in this game.
No, the reason I put him at right back is because Hector played the other night. So I put Chambers at right back and now I put Holden and Koscielny in with Kolasinac at left back. And let's be real, we're going to have 90% of that ball, mate.
I think so. I don't mind. I'm uncomfortable with Chambers right back, but I put Mustafi there just to shore it up a little bit, and Kolasinac because this motherfucker desperately needs a game. So in the middle, I wouldn't play Jack personally. I'd actually play El Nene and Joe Willock in the middle.
Yeah, I'll put Willock in. I'll put Willock in.
On the left-hand side, I'd put Iwobi.
Yeah.
On the right-hand side, I'd play Reece Nelson.
Yeah, that's what I did.
And then I would play Welbeck and I'd play Eddie Nikita.
Oh, no, Welbeck ain't getting in my team.
I knew you'd say that. I knew you'd say that.
Yeah, I played all day long. See, I went 4-2-3-1. And people are going to laugh. Okay. Why are you going two defensive midfielders against Östersund when you're 3-0 up? Yeah. Right. The reason I went 4-2-3-1 is I put Ainsley Maitland-Niles at DM and I put Willock next to him.
Oh, fuck. I forgot about that guy.
Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. And I put both of them in because I thought he was fantastic the other night.
Yeah, so did I.
And I had a lot of people telling me that, no, he wasn't good, he didn't play well and this and that. I thought he was brilliant. Yes, he gave the ball away a few times. But listen, he's a young boy, right? And he's played a variety of different positions this season. Yeah. And yes, DM is his main position, right? Okay. But I just see it as, Joe Willock. I thought that Wenger brought on Willock and Nelson way too late.
Way too late.
And Nketiah as well. I thought he brought all of them on way too late. Yeah. And I just think that they've got us to this stage of the competition. And yes, I want us to play some of our better players to keep them fresh for the next game. But these kids have got us to this, and we're 3-0 up. So go with some of the players that didn't play on Thursday, last week, some of the better players, the first teamers, and then go with these kids that have got us because it's a free hit. Do you know what I mean? So that's why I went with that, you know, and I put Nketiah up front. But listen, and Welbeck ain't getting in my team ever. Yeah, the guy. Yeah, I watched him on Thursday. He is useless.
He was
Yeah,
dog shit. He was.
yeah,
He was.
he is useless. But you know what? I was still sat there when he missed that free header. Yeah, I was literally 5 foot away from him. And I'm going, well done, Danny. Well done, mate. Go on, don't worry, mate. Chin up. Next chance it's going in, mate. Yeah. Right. And I swear to God, that goalkeeper, when he was warming up, right? Yeah, I'm going to him. His name was Cater, wasn't it? I'm going, you're shit, Cater. Welbeck's going to bag hat-trick past you tonight, mate. Yeah. Yeah. And I can't stand Danny Welbeck. And people go, oh, you don't support the team. Listen, for 90 minutes of a football match and the build up to the game when they're warming up, I'm fully behind every single player on that pitch. Yeah, whether I like them and think they're any good or not. Yeah. But after the game, yeah, and in the days leading up to a game, I'll fucking say what I want about a player. Yeah, but when that whistle goes, I am fully behind every single player. And seriously, I was 5 foot away from Welbeck when he missed that header. And I'm like, don't worry, mate. Next one's in, Danny. You're going to smash the next one through the keeper. He's shit. Yeah? Do you know what I mean? So
I think he will. I think he'll play. I think it's almost inevitable he'll play. See, oh gosh, I forgot about fucking Ainsley Maitland-Niles. Here's the thing: I don't see Wenger, and to be honest, I would actually agree with this. I don't see Wenger playing Ainsley Maitland-Niles and just Joe Willock in the middle without an experienced head in that middle, just in case. So I almost think it's almost a straight choice between, as much as I think the kid has done well, I've not really done anything wrong, but it's a choice between Willock and probably Ainsley Maitland-Niles. And then probably Ainsley Maitland-Niles will get the nod. So yeah, I do like Willock though. I rate him a lot as a player.
Would you play Jack?
I wouldn't play Jack.
You wouldn't?
I wouldn't. I'd have him on the bench. All these people I'm leaving out, I would have on the bench.
I wouldn't even have Ozil on the bench. I wouldn't have.
No, I wouldn't have Ozil on the bench.
Yeah, I wouldn't have any of them.
Koscielny on the bench. The only problem is, out of everybody I've just named, there's no one I would say, all right, there's the captain.
Well, Koscielny, I suppose, because I've picked Koscielny. But the team, like you say, the team you've picked, then yeah, I can see an issue with captain. But then saying that, Ospina was captain last Thursday.
Do you know what I mean? And it worked a treat.
Mate, let's be real. Let's be real. That geezer bottled that penalty. Yeah,
he did.
I swear, right?
He fucked it up. We both know that.
I swear though, right? When he put the ball down, I'm standing there going to the people around me. He just looks like a fucking B-Tech Jonathan Woodgate. Yeah, right. He did, didn't he? Let's be real, with his little fucking hairband and his long hair and all that, right? He looked like Jonathan Woodgate, right? And he was really tall and all that, yeah, right. But when he was spotting the ball down, yeah, all the away fans were like, I swear, and he took forever to take the penalty, man. Yeah, it seems like about 5 minutes before he took it. Do you know what I mean? It was probably only about 30 seconds, but it seemed like fucking forever. Yeah,
I remember when he put the ball down. I kept thinking, Ospina is going to your right, 100%. It's going to your right. Yeah. So when he put it to the right, it was only just about to his right, though. I mean, it was such a weak penalty that Ospina held on to the fucker.
But it was a stupid penalty to give away. You're 3-0 up, right? You're coasting, and then you go and lunge in like that. Yeah. And it's just like, why have you done that? Against a better team, we might not have been 3-0 up. It might have been 1-1 or 1-0. Yeah. You could have just let that team back in. If that was Atletico, Leipzig, Napoli, whoever, AC Milan, even Celtic, yeah, any of the other teams, Dortmund, any of the other teams that are in it, yeah, you could have just quite easily let them back in. So I thought it was stupid to dive in the way he dived in. Yeah, but yeah, he fully bottled that penalty, man. Fully bottled that penalty. Yeah, and luckily we saved it, so it don't really matter now. But what do you reckon the score's going to be?
I'm not expecting this 5-6-0 that people are talking about. I'm not. But I'd be happy enough if they repeat the same score. They repeat the same score. Okay. Some of the youngsters get some experience. I really want Eddie to get, whatever happens, I want Eddie to get at least half an hour. Just give the boy some time on the pitch.
Yeah. Well, if you look at his record this season for the under-23s,
yeah,
he's bagging hat trick after hat trick, man. Phenomenal. That kid, he's brilliant. Yeah, and fair play to Chelsea for letting us have him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, I know they've got a fuckload of players at Vitesse Arnhem, so he could have been doing a lot worse, couldn't he? He could have been on loan there. Yeah, but no, he is a good player, man, and that's why I'd start him, because it's a free hit, it's a free swing. We're already through. Why not play the kid? Just bang him in, say, right, go and enjoy yourself for 90 minutes. You're going to play the whole game. Yeah? Go and score a couple of goals. Give him a bit of confidence, because do you know what? In the later rounds, we might need this kid.
Yeah.
Yeah? And if we can keep him banging goals and then go back to the under-23s and keep that, because he's going to be, if he gets a taste and he gets to play and he starts the game, he's going to be on cloud 9. Yeah? And you know, he scored the goals against Norwich in the League Cup, yeah, which ultimately got us through that round. He equalised and then scored the winner, didn't he? Do you know what I mean? Yeah. And everyone was like, right, he must have been buzzing that night, yeah? Like when he left that ground, he must have like not slept, yeah?
I was there, and just the way people were all together.
Mad, wasn't it? Well, he should have had a hat-trick as well. Like,
he should have, yeah.
He picked the ball up on the halfway and he just run past everyone. Yeah. Yeah, he just run past everyone from halfway, and like I thought he'd scored, but yeah, I would play him, because I think that if you can keep that boy's confidence sky high, everyone's like, right, this kid's good, right? Now play him. If he can get a couple of goals, he's then going to go back into the under-23s, yeah, with that super high confidence, but not only that, more determination to get back in the first 11. Yeah, because he's going to be like, well, I've had a taste of that now in Europa League. I've had a taste of that already in the League Cup. Yeah, I want more of that. Yeah, I want all the fans singing my name again. Yeah, and he'll try even harder for under-23s. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, I would start him. Yeah, fuck Welbeck, man. I'd start him. Maybe if you're going to start Welbeck, stick him on the wing, because he ain't a striker. Yeah, he can't score. So yeah, I'll definitely start that kid, mate. But yeah, I'm not going to tell you my score prediction. Everyone can wait until my video comes out for that one. So
yeah, makes sense.
I've pretty much told you my whole 11. So you
got to say something for them. Got to say something.
What I mean? Yeah, I might as well just spoil it. I might as well just delete the video. Yeah. But no, I think it's going to be a good game. Like I said, we're going to dominate possession, man. It's going to be like a training match. That's what it's going to be like. And like, fair play to all them fans that are going to come over from there, from Östersunds, yeah, because this is basically their Europa League final, isn't it? Getting us, like, it's the biggest team they've probably played, and I know they've played Galatasaray and Hertha Berlin and all that, yeah, but we are the biggest club out of all of them, yeah, that they faced, yeah, and like, this is their cup final, so for them to be coming over to London, to the Emirates, to play against Arsenal, you know, that's enough for them, I think. Do you know what I mean? And, you know, their fans, when I was out there, they were wicked, man. Their fans were so good, like, coming up to us and, like, how are you enjoying Sweden? And, like, welcome to Östersunds and stuff. They're so friendly, man. Although I was saying that, it was £9 a fucking pint, so they weren't that friendly. Literally, £9. I spoke to this guy and his mate. He come up to us, yeah? And he goes, have you eaten here yet? And we were like, no, we're looking for somewhere to go and get food. We were just walking through the town, yeah. And he goes, I hope you brought a lot of money with you. And we're like, what? He goes, yeah. He goes, we came out here a couple of nights ago. He said, we went for burger and chips. It was £27. Yeah, I swear, £27. Burger, chips, and a pint is £36. Like, mate. Do you know what I mean? But luckily, we found this really nice Chinese buffet, and it worked out £8. Suarez has just missed a sitter. Oh no, it was Paulinho against Chelsea. Absolute sitter.
Still 0-0.
Yeah, still 0-0. 15's gone. But yeah, we found a Chinese buffet, and it worked out £8, all you can eat. So, we had a result with that because I weren't paying 27 quid for burger and chips, mate.
But that, I'd rather go hungry.
Yeah, exactly. Do you know what I mean? Like, even at the ground, I thought it was expensive. I think it was like five quid or something just for like a plain burger. Yeah, and like £2.50 for a coffee, but it was like a tiny little coffee, like this big, the cup. And the funny thing with that is, we had to queue up to get the cup. Then you go and self-serve yourself on like the water and the coffee. Yeah, it was just weird. You join this massive long queue just to pay for it and get a cup. Yeah, then you have to go and join another queue to go. And it was just like, what are you doing? Yeah, and like it was the complete opposite in Belarus. Belarus, I think I ended up with a massive hot dog with onions and all the trimmings. Yeah, a coffee, a bottle of water, a bag of crisps and a bar of chocolate. Yeah. When I checked my bank account when I got back home, they took £2.59 out. Yeah. We worked that out, right? At the Emirates, that would have been about 28 quid. They took £2.59 out of my account. Cheers.
But you can't wait to go back to Belarus, huh?
Oh, mate, I hope we get a Borisov again. That was cheap, man. So yeah, it was like culture shock. But no, Östersund was stunning, mate. Beautiful place. Really, really nice place.
Really pretty. But it's Sweden. Why am I even surprised?
No, it was really nice, man. It was freezing, but I'll definitely go back there. I'll definitely go back. Maybe not in February because it's too cold. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, there we go.
Well, that wraps up the preview side of things. I wanted to bring up one more story with you before we go into the questions side of things. So you guys get your questions ready. I will try to spot them as they go along. That was my man Decor came out with an interview on French TV, which is interesting, and basically said, Wenger, come and get me. That was basically what he said. We're going to cut through the shit. He said, yes, Liverpool's interested in him. He wouldn't go to Tottenham, which already makes him a legend with us. And then basically said, yeah, you'd go to Arsenal because of Wenger. So let's go and get him. What do you reckon about this divorce?
Well, I'll be honest. I know you've shouted this one for a long time, and you've been plugging in for time.
I've been bang on it, bruv.
You have to be fair. And my pick in that position has just signed a new contract with Everton today. So, so yeah, you know, what do I know about fucking football? Do you know what I mean? Just a numpty that sits on Twitter. Yeah. But no, listen, he's got the physique, he's got the height, he's got all the attributes. But like I've said on this show before, so did Diarme.
True.
Yeah, and coming from Watford, and no disrespect to Watford, because I actually quite like Watford as a football club.
I do too.
Yeah, you know, they're right next to us in terms of training ground. They're next door. They're actually out at our old training ground. Yeah, and I don't dislike anything about them. I think they're a good club.
Nice little family.
Yeah. And I think the fact that they've had so many managers over the years, but still kept consistent. They're like a smaller version of Chelsea. I know it sounds stupid, but the way they change managers left, right, and centre, but still stay at the top level. Yeah, and Chelsea are a level above that, but they change manager all the time, and then they go and win something. So they remind me a little bit of them, but obviously not as good. But in terms of Decore, yeah, he's got every attribute that you could want in that position. But he is at a club that's not a massive football club. When you come into a massive football club, it's a completely different fucking mindset. Yeah, it's a completely different culture. Yeah, maybe not so much with Arsenal. Yeah, but let's not overplay it now. No, but I mean, listen, let's be real. We can all sit here and take the piss and all that, yeah. But Arsenal is a massive football club. Yeah, and the step up from Watford to Arsenal. I mean, I suppose he wouldn't have to move house because he's still going to the same training ground, bar 100 yards, isn't he? So
he's living in Hertfordshire somewhere.
Yeah, and probably in what's the place where they all live? I can't remember what it's called. It comes
to me. London Coley or
no, it's not far from there. It's not far from there. I can't remember.
St Albans, somewhere like that.
No, it's near St Albans. What's the name of the bloody place? Radlett.
Oh, Radlett.
Yeah,
Of course.
Radlett. Yeah, Radlett. Yeah, the amount of Premier League footballers that play for Watford, Arsenal, and Tottenham that live in Radlett is unbelievable.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just unbelievable. Yeah, and yeah, I think he's a good player. I do really think he's a good player. I don't think he's good enough to play for Arsenal though.
I think he's the best player Watford have. He makes shit tick for them. I know because he's in my. I shouldn't be saying this because my boy's listening, but he plays in my fantasy football team and he's racking points for me, bro. Racking points.
No, he's a good player. He is a good player. A very good player, but I just think that Arsenal could do a little bit better. Do you know what I mean? Like, there's better players out there that Arsenal could buy in that position.
So a lot of the people in the chat room, because obviously when it comes to Arsenal, you either talk about our divisive fan base or you talk about transfers. So they've decided to move the conversation onto transfers. So a lot of the debate seems to be this, I'm probably going to butcher the pronunciation, but this Vigil guy, and they wouldn't mind Decore and this Vigil guy. You know that 22-year-old German, he plays for Dortmund. Apparently Sven is all over him.
Okay.
Vigil, something like that. Someone in the chat room help me if I'm pronouncing it wrong.
You have probably butchered his name, maybe.
I probably have. Probably butchering the name.
Just a quick side issue. Just a quick side issue. The stats have come up for possession in the Barcelona game. Yeah, Chelsea are at home, by the way. 75% possession to Barcelona. It's going to be a long night for Chelsea, I think.
Long night, bro. Long night.
But for me, do you know who I would go for in that position? Yeah, obviously I would have gone for Idris Gay, but obviously he's now signed a new contract. Although that doesn't necessarily mean he's not going to move. That just means if he is moving, it's more money. Yeah, and Everton are maybe covering their backside there. Yeah, but other than him, which obviously probably isn't going to happen, I'd go for Fabinho at Monaco. Yeah. But the only issue with him is that his missus plays for the women's team. She's just signed for the women's team recently, within the last month. So if he did sign for Arsenal, where does that leave her? And where does that leave him in terms of where he's living? Do you know what I mean? So I don't know. A lot of people will probably still say William Carvalho. That ship sailed about 3 years ago. Yeah, it did. It sailed about 3 years ago. Do you know what I mean? So yeah. I don't know. My pick would be Fabinho if it's not Idrissa Gay. But Decore,
I still have Decore just because I love his stature. He very much reminds me of this Vieira type of player, and I do think he can.
I think that's the love with him, isn't it? It's because he's got the tall, gangly, like figure,
just the presence,
the body front.
Honestly, if you watch Watford, everything goes through him, everything, and I just believe more than a defensive midfielder, we need someone that is just a big fucker that sits in that middle.
Yeah,
and
I agree.
Can pass the ball.
Yeah, no, I agree. We need some nasty lumps. Yeah. That's what we need. Listen, we've been poncing around with midgets for about a decade now, man. Like, why are we doing that? Like, we used to win stuff with Vieira, Petit, even Gilberto was a big lump.
Even Gilberto, bro.
Yeah.
Even Gilberto.
Even Edu. Edu was underrated, man. That geezer was he was a good player, man. And he was quality, man. He was a quality player.
But here's the thing. So, I mean, with Fabinho, the only problem is he's going to be pricey.
Yeah.
And I would argue that if we're going to go pricey, I'd love us to spend it on a really quality fucking centre-back or a really quality goalkeeper or both. Like, I can't, as much as I would love to think that we can do it, I just don't see even just sanctioning a £200 million plus spending spree. No. Even though we need to do that.
Yeah, no, I agree. We need a right back because if Bellerin's staying or going, then we still need cover. Do you know what I mean? We've only got one right back, and that's him. Obviously, Cole Jenkinson is on loan at Birmingham, but let's be real, my man won a raffle or something to play for the football club. Yeah, because he's living the dream. He's living the dream, mate. He's not good enough for this club. Yeah, so we need a right back. We need, in my opinion, 2 centre backs. Yeah, and I think we need at least 1 defensive midfielder. And I also think we need a winger, like a proper out and out winger. And that Leon Bailey, yeah.
Yeah, I saw
Mate,
your tweet about that
yeah,
yesterday.
mate, that geezer is so good. It is unreal. So good, yeah. And like, I think there's going to be a lot of big teams in for him in the summer.
I think
He's
so.
going to go for stupid money, man.
Would you prefer him to this Malcolm guy that we're being linked with?
Yeah, all day long.
Yeah,
all day long, all day long. And I'll tell you why. I think Bailey's more explosive. I think he's got more about him.
yeah, I think so. I think so too. I'm not really sure about this Malcolm motherfucker. I'm not.
Nah, listen, like Bailey, I don't really watch Bundesliga. Yeah, I must admit, right. But from everything I've seen, where people are posting his goals and his assists and like just some of the stuff he does in game, I'm like, oh, this geezer's class, yeah. Like, so I don't know. Like, let's be real, he ain't coming to us because we ain't going to fork out enough money to go and buy the kid for starters, yeah. Right, and if the likes of Man City, Chelsea, Real Madrid, Barca, any of the big boys come in for him, yeah, then he's going to one of them. End of story. Yeah, but I do think we need somebody of that ilk to come to the club. Somebody that's just going to get the ball down and start running at people. Because I don't feel that we've really... I know Mkhitaryan can do it, but I don't think we've got somebody in that mould. Do you know what I mean? Reece Nelson, yeah, but we play him at right wing back.
Mm.
Yeah, and he's not had enough experience at top level football to be able to command a first team spot.
All right, let me start attacking some of these questions. They're starting to slowly but surely come in. So here's one from Toby Martins, basically. Just asking a very straightforward question. Do you think Arsenal will win the Europa League?
Good question. Good question. Oh, man, that's a tough one because I hope we do. And I think we're capable of doing it, even though we're shit at the minute. And even though we can't defend. But it depends on the luck of the draw. If we obviously we're through, yeah, like I've said, we're through, right? If we get somebody like Borussia Dortmund, I think we'll beat them. Which all of a sudden you're now getting into the real latter stages, and then yeah, I think. Do I think we can win it? Do I think we will win it? Yeah, fuck it. Yeah, I do. I do think we'll win it.
Oh wow, okay.
Because I think we'll have Lacazette back by the time we get real deep into it. And, you know, there's going to be some big teams in the next round. Yeah, that are going to go through. Right. And let's be right. Leipzig smashed up Napoli, didn't they? Yeah. True. So that's a big gun gone. Yeah. And I think we can beat Leipzig.
Can we beat Atletico?
Yeah. Yeah, I do. I do think we can beat them. I do think we can beat them.
We struggle to teams that can defend, though. We struggle.
Yeah, I do think we can beat them, though. I really do. Yeah, because, listen, they're a fantastic football team and they've got a brilliant manager and they've got Griezmann up front. Yeah, but it's not all about Griezmann. They've got some brilliant footballers in that team, mate. Yeah, some real good players in that team, yeah. And it's a different ball game when you come to the Emirates, though, isn't it? It's all well and good being at home. Yeah, but if we have the away leg first, yeah, then, yeah, of course we can beat them. Because if we can go over there and nick a 1-0, yeah, then they've got to come at us and we can just pick anyone off on the break. So, and hopefully Lacazette will be back by the time we get through to the next round and play the next games. Hopefully. So, yeah, I think we'll win it. I do. I've said at the start of the season, when we were in it and the draw was done for the group, I said, I hope we win it. I want us to win it. But now we're going through. I think we're genuine contenders. Yeah, I think we'll win it. And worst ways, we'll get to the final.
By the way, Oliver Fourway just brought up a really good point about Leon Bailey. Supposedly, he can play for England now.
Yeah, I've seen that. I have seen that.
Where the hell did that come from?
I don't know. I'll be honest. I didn't read the article.
Neither did I. I
just see it.
I did see a headline myself, but to be honest, I didn't really pay attention to it because I thought, okay, it's bullshit.
I actually, I see it, but is he going to pick Jamaica? Do you know what I mean? What's he going to do? Is he going to pick Jamaica or is he going to pick England? It's a tough one for him. Do you know what I mean? So, I don't know. If I was the English FA, I would be all over this kid right now. Yeah, I'd be bringing him over here on a weekend off or something and saying, right, come and have a look around our training complex and come and have a look around. Can't remember what the name of the place is called. It's up Leicester Way, isn't it? Yeah, the
apparently grandparents hold British passports.
There's always a good story to these, isn't there?
Do you know what I mean?
It's like Ryan Giggs. Ryan Giggs could have played for England. You know what I mean? Yeah, he chose Wales and won nothing. At least he stayed loyal to his Welsh roots because he would have won fuck all for us instead. Do you know what I mean? But no, I don't know if he's going to pick us. But if I was the English FA, I'd be all over him, mate.
All over him, bro. All over him.
Yeah, can you imagine it? Like Sterling one side, him the other side, mate. They'd run riot.
I'd pay him to just because Toby Martins, who asked the previous question, you want to say two things. First of all, he loves you.
Lovely, thank you. I love you too for watching. Appreciate it.
Not always hate. It's not always hate.
It never is on YouTube, though. To be fair, it never is. It's only on Twitter I get hate.
And second of all, he wanted to get your take on the Sunday's final. What I would say to you, Toby, is two things. First of all, go and subscribe to Gunnerbang. His video will be dropping in about 10 minutes' time.
About 10, 12 minutes.
To see his preview. And then when you've done that, watch about 15 minutes before now, and you'll get his whole take on the game and little bits and bobs that we did talk about probably before you got here. So that'll be my take on that. Right, let me go to another question. Marbles TV.
Good evening.
He asked me about Toby Alvarado.
What's his name?
And he wanted to know why we're not making a stronger play on that. Basically, because he believes it's possible. He says that Tottenham and Arsenal are on the same level anyway.
Sorry, who are we talking about?
Toby Alvarado.
Say his surname again.
I don't try it, bro. I knew that's what you were trying to get me to do.
Chelsea just did the post. Chelsea just did the post.
But yeah. Toby. This is why I don't try and pronounce his last name.
You mean Toby Alderweireld?
Huh?
Toby Alderweireld.
Alderweireld, man. Alderweireld. Right. All right.
I love you, bruv.
Oh, shit. Anyway, yeah. He wanted to know why we're not making a stronger play for him.
Okay. To be fair, I think he's the best centre-back in the league.
Me too.
Yeah, and I think he's only ahead of Van Dijk. I think them two are sort of the Messi and Ronaldo of the Premier League in terms of that position. I think they're miles ahead of everyone else in that position. Let's be real. Why would he come here? Why would he come here? Yeah.
Which is my immediate.
He's got 1 year left on his contract. I'm just watching that Willian post. Oh, mate, I can't believe that didn't go in. He shanked the post, man. But, yeah, he's got 1 year left on his contract. And as far as we know, he's not renewing that. He's not having any discussions about renewing it. So you're going to have Man City in for him, Man United in for him, probably Chelsea in for him, maybe even Liverpool in for him, maybe even Real Madrid, Barcelona, them types of teams. Maybe even go back to Atletico. Yeah, where he come from. So if we then throw our hat into the ring,
and the thing is, Marbles wanted to know why, that we should admit that we're on the same level as Spurs, and I don't think that's not what we're saying. I think a lot of people would even argue that Spurs have overtaken us a little bit. We're not saying that we're above Spurs or lower than Spurs or whatever. What we're trying to say is, from his point of view, why would he come to us? What's the incentive?
Exactly. He's going to have every top team in Europe on his case, wanting him in summer.
It doesn't make any sense.
And the thing is, let's be real.
angry as they would be, they would understand if he decided to leave us to go to United, to go to City. They would understand. They would. But they would not understand him coming to us. It doesn't make any sense.
It would be funny though, wouldn't it? It would be funny if we signed him.
Oh, I love it. It would trump the Sol Campbell one to me. It really would.
It would be funny. Although the Sol Campbell one was up there because like that interview that goes around. So what did you say to all the Spurs fans, Sol? Yep, I'm staying. And then 2 days later or whatever it was, he's like holding up the Arsenal shirt. Fucking brilliant. Yeah. Yeah. But no, it would be good, but I just can't see it. I think that there's going to be teams out there that are currently better than us, that will throw more money at him than us, that can offer him better chance of winning titles than us. Yeah, and let's be real. The reason he probably wants to leave Tottenham is because he wants to win a title, and they ain't going to win one. So why would he come to us? Because we're lower than them currently in the table.
Mm. Mm.
Good question, though.
What do you think in terms of? Let me ask you a question, just because I think the chat room are kind of. Oh no, hold on. A couple of questions are coming through.
Come on, stop being boring, man. Throw questions at us.
Lee. Oh, okay. So we got one.
Lee's a dickhead. Stop talking.
One of your haters has turned up in the chat room.
Yeah, guess what? He's still come to watch. So evening. Love you. Fucking idiots. Why do they even try it? Do you know what I mean? So yeah, in terms of where you believe that Arsenal should spend the most money, what would you say? What position would you say is the most crucial? Centre back. I think we need 2 of them.
Even because more than
I think we need a new goalkeeper, but
I do think we need a goalkeeper.
Cost that much money. Yeah, I don't
think
we
need probably 2 goalkeepers. I don't know why I'm not convinced about. I'm not convinced about Martinez. I'm not.
He's out on loan, isn't he? Where did he go on loan? I can't remember where he's gone on loan, but he's on loan. We've got Matt Macy as well. Yeah, we've got Matt Macy. I think he did. I think he went Getafe, didn't he? Yeah.
Yeah.
And we've got Matt Macy. But for me, we should never have sold Szczesny. And to be fair to that geezer, he is smashing it in goal for Juve at the minute. Yeah. He played at the weekend, clean sheet. Yeah, they put Buffon in for the Champions League game. He conceded 2. The game before, Szczesny's in, clean sheet. And they hadn't actually conceded any goals. Yeah. For 16 games or something, ridiculous, until Buffon went back in goal for the Champions League game. Yeah, and then they drop him and put Szczesny in goal for the league game, clean sheet. So yeah, I don't know if Szczesny would be playing on the return leg, but wouldn't it be ironic if he kept Harry Kane quiet for the night and stopped him, and Juve went through? I can't see it. I think Tottenham have beat him. Okay. The night, I think Tottenham have beat him on the night. Although saying that, Juve did have about 5 or 6 first-team players out. Dybala, Lichtsteiner, Cuadrado, Matuidi. Do you know what I mean? So they had a lot of players out. But for me, coming back to the question, I think centre-back, because I personally think we need 2 of them. I don't think that Rob Holding and Callum Chambers have covered themselves in glory. I don't think they've been given enough chance.
That was the second question that was asked. Like, what would you do with both of them? Now, I know what you would do.
I'd loan Rob Holding out. Yeah, I'd loan Rob Holding out.
I would loan Holding out. Now, I know your next sentence is I would sell Chambers. I would keep Chambers, personally.
Yeah, see, I'd sell him. And I'll tell you why I'd sell him. Because for me, as soon as the pressure's on him, he buckles. Yeah, he buckles. It's all well and good playing well against Östersunds, and he did play really well. I thought he was really, really good. Yeah, and he'll probably play really well again on Thursday. Yeah, put him up against Griezmann and watch him fold.
He's still young. He's still 22, though, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, but listen, 22 years old, it's not that young. It's not that young for a footballer anymore. Yeah, Hector Bellerin's 22 years old. He's been a first teamer for how many years?
Me and you, I think, have always disagreed about Chambers because you don't think he has.
We have.
I do.
No, I don't. I don't think he's good enough. I
think he's a confidence player.
He's good against certain teams and certain level of teams. But I think if Callum Chambers was at West Ham, for example,
Right.
yeah, or Crystal Palace or somebody like that, yeah, maybe even Watford, yeah, I think he'd be decent. And I think he'd. Oh, Williams just hit the post again. I think the keeper tipped that onto the post. Fucking hell. But
Okay, Chelsea
I
does that
think if
sound
he
like they're
played,
coming back into this thing.
I think if he played for a team of that caliber, then I think he'd look all right. But
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I mean, listen, I know it just genuinely at the post, but I think that for me, Arsenal need a couple of ugly centre backs, like proper ugly looking centre backs. Right, go and find the ugliest centre backs you can find, yeah, and stick them in at centre back. Because when you've got these pretty boys at centre back, yeah, they ain't putting their head on the line. They ain't getting a fucking boot to the
They
face.
trying to mess up their hair.
Yeah?
I hear you.
They ain't messing up their hair. Let's go and get some ugly motherfuckers to play for this team. Yeah, rather than some pretty boys with some nice haircuts and little beards and all that, yeah? Because that's what we need. Yeah, Tony Adams ain't a great looker. Martin Keown, Jesus fucking Christ.
Martin Keown definitely won a great.
Do you know what I mean? When they that song, he's got a monkey's head. He's got a monkey's head. Keown. Yeah. He was one ugly motherfucker. But do you know what? He was a top draw centre back. And he'd put his fucking body and head on the line, yeah? When you've got like Sir Callum Chambers, I just don't think he's good enough for Arsenal, mate. I really don't. And I don't think it's his fault that he. I don't think it's his fault because obviously he didn't ask to sign for Arsenal. Yeah, obviously Arsene Wenger went and got him. But how many games has he actually played for Arsenal Football Club since he's been here in how many years? Yeah, if I was that player and I was him, I'd want to move. Yeah, because sitting warm in the bench every week ain't doing nothing when you're 22. By the time he's 22, he should have been a first team regular somewhere.
Nah.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? And that's why I'm saying West Ham, like Crystal Palace, Watford. I think if he went to one of them three, I think he'd do really well.
I understand why Arsenal turned down 16 million. I think if we were to get a decent bid for Chambers, but even I would let him go. But to me, I think a lot.
Well, Everton bid 20 million, didn't they? I think it was Everton. Was it?
I'd sell Mustafi personally.
See, I wouldn't.
See, I don't know how you cannot rate Chambers, but rate
let me say this, right? Mustafi is a red card waiting to happen.
Damn right.
100%. The guy dives in. North London derby, first minute, he's diving in at Harry Kane. He's diving in at Son. Yeah. Even against Östersund, my man should have given a penalty away. It was a stonewall penalty. Yeah. But I would keep him. Yeah. And the reason I'd keep him is because he wouldn't be starting every week because I'm going by two proper centre-backs. Yeah. That would be starting every week. But I think that there is a player in there. I just think that sometimes it's not so much the centre-backs that are the issue. It's the two or three in front of them. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? So, sometimes the way we set up to play doesn't leave the centre-back with enough cover from the midfielder because everyone's on their fucking attacking duties without being bothered to come back and do their defensive duties. Yeah. And like I said, he is rash. He does dive in, but I'd keep him because I think out of all of our centre-backs, I think he's the best of a bad bunch other than Mertesacker. I think Mertesacker's personally our best centre-back. Yeah. But he's just got no legs. Yeah. But Mertesacker's retiring at the end of the season.
Brain. I know what you're saying.
Yeah. Defensively, he reads the game better than anyone.
Yeah.
Yeah. He just ain't good enough anymore because that's how it is. He's too old now. He's got no legs. He never had legs, but he's definitely got no legs now. But take Mertesacker out of the equation. Personally, I think Mustafi's the best of a bad bunch, which is why I'd keep him. I'd loan Rob Holding out and I'd sell Callum Chambers. I'd get rid of Koscielny. Go and buy two centre-backs that are going to be your first team centre-backs and then tell Mustafi, you're not first team, but you will play cup competitions and you will fill in when there's an injury. If he don't like it, sell his ass.
Sell him. Yeah, I agree with that. Let's do a few more. Majib Ahmed. I guess it's an appropriate question.
My guy. That geezer
Yeah.
always one of the first comments on my videos.
Me too. I guess it's an appropriate question to ask you because of how much you hate the Spanish Justin Hoyt.
All right, that's do it. Right, listen, I've rephrased it now. Yeah, right? Yeah, because that's doing a discredit to Justin Hoyt.
Justin Hoyt,
yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah, so the geezer winds me up. He winds me up. Yeah, he pisses me off more than any player in the squad right now. So yeah, go with the question, man. Go with the question before I start running.
He goes, "Who would you replace? Who would replace Bellerin if he left in the summer?"
Fucking sick question. Because
I think most people wouldn't mind Bellerin going if we had a really good borderline world class replacement for him.
Do you know who I'd go and buy? Do you know this is personally what I would do? Yeah, right. This is what I would do. Right, personally, I'm going to come to what I'll do in a sec, right? But there's 5 or 6 right backs in the Premier League miles ahead of Hector Bellerin. Trippier, Aurier, Valencia, Kyle Walker, all better than him. There's 4 straight off the top of my head without thinking of the rest of the teams, yeah? Right? There's 4 I can name that are miles ahead of him. And they are literally miles ahead of him, right? For me, I would fucking be on the phone to Barcelona saying, yeah, you see Semedo? Yeah?
Okay.
We want Semedo. You can have Bellerin, but we want 20 mil as well. Yeah? So give us Semedo, give us 20 mil, you can have Bellerin. Bear in mind, this guy's still got 5 years left on a contract. Yeah?
Sure.
Semedo was signed for how much? Not a great deal of money as far as I remember. I can't remember the exact figure. I'm sure somebody will put me right in a minute. Yeah, but that's what I'd do. I'd say, listen, give us Semedo and cash. You can have Bellerin. We'll fucking fly him over for you on a private jet. Yeah, because I'll tell you something now. Yeah, this guy, when he's coming out with his comments about Sanchez, and when he's coming out with his comments the other day about it's not a proper fan and all that, whether you agree with that or disagree with that, the guy's talking too much. Why is he even at Oxford Union? Yeah, and did you notice somebody who I've slated umpteen times, Mesut Ozil, yeah, was due to be there tonight or today. Yeah, he cancelled. Fair play to Ozil. Fair play to him. Big up Mesut Ozil for cancelling because he's seen all the shit and all the fallout and thought, you know what? I ain't interested in that. See you later. I want a quiet life.
On this question, let me ask you a question on this, right? Do you think, and I made this point in when I think you were on Harry's show, and I was almost going to make this point in the chat room, and that was, do you think this would have happened if it was, say, Monreal that came out with it? Someone who was in a lot
I don't. No, I don't. I think, and I said this yesterday on the show I was on yesterday, if it was Monreal, yeah, nobody would have batted an eyelid because he's been our best player for a long time now. Yeah. Head and shoulders our best player. Yeah. And he's scoring goals, which for a left back, yeah, I think he's scored 5 in his last 6 or been involved in 6 in his last 7 or something stupid. Yeah. And he is genuinely our best attacking option right now. For me, I'd bang him up front. Yeah. Fuck Danny Welbeck. Stick Monreal up front. This guy knows where the goal is. Yeah?
Number 9.
Yeah, Danny Welbeck must be fuming, like going like into training, and Monreal's just like, yeah, what? I'm better than you, and I'm a left back. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, but if it was Monreal, I even said this the other day, right? I went on a thing the other night, on Saturday night, I think it was. Yeah, I went on a show with a guy called Terry. Yeah, real sound guy, yeah, right? And I said to him, if it was Thierry Henry that had come out with that statement, yeah, nobody would have said a word. Nobody would have been pissed off. There wouldn't have been no videos recorded. There wouldn't have been nothing. I would have said, fuck all. Yeah, I'm sure everybody else involved would have said fuck all. Yeah, because
But
Thierry
probably
Henry
not.
can
You might
say,
to
I
be
don't
fair.
even think, yeah, maybe he might not have even said fuck all. Who knows? We'll never know because Henry never said it because Henry's not a dickhead. Yeah,
True,
Henry's not a dickhead. Henry knows when to zip it. Yeah,
true,
right.
true.
Henry knows the rules. Yeah, you don't mug off the fans.
Yeah,
Whether you deliberately try mugging them off or a snide move to try and mug
accidentally.
them off.
Yeah,
Yeah, soon as you put in a sentence, fans, money, how can that be a fan? Sorry, mate. Yeah, game over. Game over. You do not mug off the hand that feeds you. Yeah, that's how I see it. And people will say, "Oh yeah, but look at the people that are hyping about it. It's knocked their nose out of joint because they're fame hungry wankers." Listen, motherfuckers. Yeah, I get paid 70 bags a year to work 4 hours a day. Yeah, I don't need fame because I'm getting paid my dough anyway. If you think a couple of £100 every now and again on YouTube is going to fucking sort my life out, no. My real job's going to sort my life out. Yeah. So I think if Henri said it, I think it would have been a non-issue. I think if Monreal had said it, I think it would have been a non-issue. There would have maybe been a few people still upset by it.
yeah.
Yeah. But I personally wouldn't have been upset if Monreal had said it. Yeah, because Monreal is doing what he's got to do. He's putting a shift in. He's been our best player. He looks like he gives a fuck.
Mm.
Hector Bellerin, all it looks like he gives a fuck about is his off-field duties. And when he's coming out with what he said, sorry, you're promoting your brand, and it is a fucking brand now, brand Bellerin. Yeah, you're promoting that off of the back of failure yourself, my friend. Yeah. You're promoting your clothing. You're promoting your sponsors that are paying you a shitload of fucking money. Yeah. You're then tweeting them out. So I thought it was a snide move. I thought he was wrong in saying it. All he had to say is, yeah, I've heard of it. I've never watched it. So I can't comment on it. Done. He didn't. And there's a shitstorm that's come off the back of it, which has then come out today with another part of the fucking story with this clip that is it him, isn't it him? I don't give a fuck if it's him. We got a cup final in fucking what, 5-6 days? Yeah, 5 days. We've got a game in 2 days. I don't give a fuck about Hector Bellerin. Yeah, and people are fucking tweeting out, "Oh, I can't wait for Hector to be captain." Yeah, I can't wait for Hector to fuck off with his loser mentality out of my football club. Yeah,
I thought you calmed down.
Yeah, I have. I have calmed down. But when he's coming out about Alexis Sanchez this and Alexis Sanchez that, and it was, sometimes it was too much. Sorry, mate. I know which one I want at my football club, and I know which one 99% of football fans want at their football club. So for me,
I'll tell you what, let me ask you a question then.
go on.
What pissed you off more? The Arsenal Fan TV comment or the comment about Alexis Sanchez?
The comment about Alexis Sanchez, I was fuming. I must admit, I was fuming, right? And I couldn't believe he fucking said it. Yeah. I actually put on my Instagram a picture of that prick sat at that fucking Oxford Union, a still of him sat there at Oxford Union, then put out the quote and then put out, get the fuck out or shut the fuck up or saying, get the fuck out of my club. Yeah. I then put that on Instagram. No hate. Yeah. No hate. Yeah. Right. I tweeted it and mentioned it, not really got any hate. Yeah. But then I actually was getting on the plane at Östersunds, yeah. And I heard that all this was kicking off, and I'm looking through Twitter and I'm like, rah, he can't have said that, surely. Because obviously he done that about a week before it actually come out. Yeah. So the media are very clever in what they choose to put out there. Because nobody really went and watched that thing that he did. It was only until they put out there that Hector Bellerin said this about AFTV that everyone's like, whoa, what the fuck? Yeah. And I actually watched the whole thing. And to be fair to him, when he spoke about racism with Ryan Brewster and when he was talking about mental health issues, yeah, credit to the geezer, man. Fair play. He's a 22-year-old kid making an absolute fortune. And he actually researched them topics, yeah, right? And spoke really eloquently about them, right? But then when a random guy just stands up in the crowd and goes, "Oh, what are your thoughts on Arsenal Fan TV? Do you watch it?" Yeah, and then he said, "No, I don't watch it." It pops up on the timeline, and then he just carried on forming an opinion of it after not watching it. That's like me going, "Oh, well, fucking the only way is Essex is shit," having never watched it. Yeah, I might watch it and go, "Oh, actually, this is all right," and "Oh, she's a bit of all right," and fucking hell, yeah, yeah. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. I thought it was. I thought it was for somebody that's been at the club for so long, for somebody that's been media trained. Yeah, I find it astounding that somebody from the club has not told this guy when he's gone to that thing at Oxford Union. If this question comes up about this particular fucking group of people or that particular channel, or if this question comes up about that person or this or that, swerve it. I'm shocked nobody at Arsenal told him to swerve questions like that, yeah? So when he did answer the question, right, personally, I thought he was having a dig, yeah? And in answer to your question, the Alexis Sanchez thing pissed me off. But when I was getting on the plane and I see what had happened and that particular part of it, I bit my tongue. I didn't say fuck all. Yeah. I got my flight home. I went to bed. I got up the next day, knackered after about 3-4 hours kip. Yeah. Took my missus to work. Yeah. I then watched the whole thing he did at Oxford Union. Yeah. And it pissed me off even more. Yeah. I must admit. Yeah. At the end of it, I was just like, do you know what? Fuck him. Yeah. Fuck him. Yeah. And that's what then made me go, I'm going to make the video. Yeah, and I didn't even mention the Alexis Sanchez thing. What pissed me off is because I go on that channel and because I've now got a show on that channel. Yeah.
You took it as a shock to you, which I can understand.
I took it not just to me, not as a personal attack, right? Because listen, anybody that goes and watches my videos on that channel or on my own channel knows that I'm a sarcastic prick. Yeah. And yeah, I do have a laugh on my channel. Yeah. But if I have a comment and I say something and I put something out there that goes against the grain, I then go and back it with logic. Yeah. I don't need to scream and shout all the time. But when I do scream and shout, people do listen. Yeah. And I'm not trying to get people to like go, "Oh, yeah, he's a legend." None of that. Right. Listen, I don't give a fuck if people watch my videos or not. I put them out there. If people watch them, they watch them. I'm not after any fame. I couldn't give a toss about fame. Yeah, I'm not after trying to get a load of money because I earn a shitload doing my job, right? What I did with that video is no worse than what I did with the Wenger out video I did after the Anfield debacle back in fucking August. Yeah. In fact, I actually sent for Wenger for 25 fucking minutes, yeah, on that video, right? And I gained 2,500 to 3,000 subscribers off of that video. It's had nearly 100k views off of that video and pure love off of that video. And I had zero hate on Twitter off of that video. But as soon as I start going in on Hector Bellerin, I get so much love on my channel, but I go on Twitter and it's hate. Yeah? Why is that? Because he's called out a channel that people are jealous of or they don't like, right? Now, I took it not personally, but I took it as, well, hang on a minute. I supported this club before you were even born. Yeah? I was going to Highbury before you were born. So how dare you tell me that if I want to come out and say something about you or any other player in that team that is not doing what is required, yeah, for the level of money, and people go on about, oh, it's not about the money. Okay, take the money out. It's about the fucking badge. Yeah, I pull my Arsenal shirt on, it's like a second fucking skin. Yeah, I bleed Arsenal Football Club. Yeah, so if I want to come out and slag my club off, I'll slag my fucking club off. Yeah, I've supported this club 30 odd years. Yeah, if I want to say something, I'm saying something. If people don't like it, it's tough.
Your opinion. Blimey.
Exactly.
It's like, listen, right? It's like, for example, I love Black Panther. I thought it was an awesome movie. Yeah. I'm not going to fucking shit on someone if they say, oh, it's overrated. Listen, this is wrong. It's the same fucking thing.
Do you know where I took? Do you know where I took?
We could both be Marvel fucking fans.
Yeah.
But you think that film is shit and I think that film is good. It's the same thing. It's only, and this is the thing, and I suppose this comes to my next question. And
let me just very quickly jump in, Chris. Let me quickly jump in, yeah, before you ask the next question, right? The reason I made that video, right, is because I didn't think it was a personal attack on me or anybody else that goes on that channel, right? What I did think is I know having a show on that channel now, yeah, where we answer the questions that people are posting in the chat room, yeah? We answer their questions. Yeah, me and Robbie did that last week or the week before, whenever it was, yeah? Right? Now, that is people from Malaysia, Singapore, Australia, Mauritius, fucking Nigeria, any fucking country in the world you want to fucking pluck out, there is somebody from that country in the comment section on that video. Yeah? Right? Now, to me, when he came out and said what he said, yes, he was digging a certain channel. And people will go, yeah, but he was just answering the question about the channel. Yeah, cool. That's cool. Don't have a dig about fucking on the back of losing and blah, blah, blah. People are making money. Listen, motherfucker, you make whatever you make off of the back of fucking losing every other week away from home, yeah? So shut your fucking mouth and try and win a game away from home, yeah? When you're digging people out, a channel out that interacts globally, to me, that was attacking a whole fan base. Yeah. Add into that the fact that he did all of his research on all the other topics he spoke about, yet Robbie done a walk for cancer research. We all know Claude was on that walk. Lee Judges was on that walk. Other people were on that walk. They walked fucking every single fucking London football ground. Yeah. For cancer. Yeah. Every single person in the world will know somebody who knows somebody who knows somebody who's been affected by cancer. Yeah? Do you know what I'm saying? Right? So when this little fucking jumped up prick, and that is what I'm calling him, I don't care if people hate me for it. He is a jumped up prick that's out of touch with reality, yeah? That's trying to dig out fans that pay their money. Somebody like Claude has been going home and away for fucking longer than I've been alive, yeah? How dare you single him out? Yeah? How dare you? Yeah? Because do you know what? You're paid every week. You win, lose, or draw, your bank account every Friday or every month or whenever it is you get fucking paid drops in whatever it gets dropped in. That guy, Claude, for example, and Claude's my boy. I love the guy, yeah? Really, really nice fella. Yes, he has a meltdown, whatever. That's how he is. He's the same off camera as he is on. So is everyone else, right? So all this actor bullshit is bullshit, right? Now, how can somebody who's 22 years old, who's played for the club for a number of years, like 5 years, whatever it may be that he's been at Arsenal, yeah? How can he come out and say that somebody like Claude, who's followed us home, away, every fucking game for longer than Hector Bellerin has been alive, how can he question his loyalty? Yeah? Who gives a fuck if Claude's got a channel? Yeah? Who gives a fuck if Claude earns fucking a bit of money out of fucking his channel? Yeah? We have channels. Yeah? There's blogs out there that make money. There is podcasts. I'm not going to name the fucking podcast, but it is the biggest podcast in the Arsenal community. Yeah? That guy, I don't know him personally. I've never met him. I've never listened to his blog or his podcast, sorry. But you're telling me that guy's not made a career out of Arsenal? Yeah? Hugh Wizzy, my guy, I love that guy. Hugh Wizzy's got a job at TalkSport off of the back of owning a YouTube channel. Yes, he talks about FIFA, but he also talks about Arsenal. Yeah? Hugh is a sound guy. I've had the pleasure of meeting him. Yeah? The guy's a legend. Don't ever think I'm trying to put the guy down because I'm not. But he has now gained a job off of the back of talking about Arsenal on his channel, as well as other topics, FIFA, other things as well. Yeah? So when Hector Bellerin's coming out saying these comments, he's not only slagging off some people that go on a said channel, he's slagging off people like Hugh. He's slagging off people like the guy who runs the biggest podcast. He's slagging off you. He's slagging off Colin. He's slagging off every single person, yeah, who runs a podcast, a blog, or anything along them lines that makes a little bit of change at the end of the month or the end of the year, yeah? And that's why I got the ump. Because who the fuck does this guy think he is? He's taking money out of the club, yeah? We're putting money into the club with a membership, a T-shirt that we buy, a name on the back of the shirt, yeah? A subscription to their fucking programs, their match day programs, yeah? Do you know what I'm saying? So every single Arsenal fan, whether they're boycotting or not boycotting a game, is still putting in somehow monetarily, yeah? Right? In terms of a subscription for a match day program online, yeah? Or if you're signed up to a red membership, you still got to pay for that shit, yeah? So when he's coming out mugging people off that have got a channel or got a blog, yeah? Or just fancy talking about Arsenal on Twitter or Instagram or any other fucking social media platform, that's why I got the ump, yeah? So all the people that have gone in on me, all the people that have made an edited fucking video on me, yeah? Go fuck yourself. Because do you know what? He's having a go at you as well, yeah? But all you're interested in is going to get a couple of retweets on Twitter because you got nothing to talk about in terms of football because nobody gives a fuck what you got to say. So the only reason you get retweets is because you're talking about me and everybody else connected to that channel. So go fuck yourself, all of you. Couldn't give a fuck.
You were supposed to be over this, for fuck's sake.
I am.
People,
you keep winding me up. You keep...
All right.
You keep winding me up, man. I'm done on it, man. I'm done.
You're not done on it. It's still in there.
Do you know what? Yeah, I'm biting my tongue because I could go in there. I really could go in on the geezer, right? But
no, you've done it.
Listen, if he plays on Thursday, yeah, for that 90 minutes, I will back the motherfucker. I will sing his song and I will back him. If he plays on Sunday, I'll do the same. But let's not get it twisted. Yeah, if I want to set up a YouTube channel and you want to set up a YouTube channel, and Hugh, Robbie, DT, Troops, anybody else wants to set up a YouTube channel, and at the end of the month they earn a few quid out of it, who the fuck is he to give a fucking fuck? Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah? Who the fuck is he to say otherwise? Yeah, maybe if he stopped failing, yeah, maybe, just maybe, people wouldn't be fucking mugging him off. Do you know what I'm saying? He basically called himself a failure.
Listen,
didn't he?
We are going to wrap this up in literally 5 minutes. Just so you can, if for no other reason, so you can have a fag and chill out.
That's why I'm going now. I'm just going to go and close this down and you can look at my little picture. I'm going anyway. I'll still be here talking.
All right. Well, I'm going to ask a question that came through to me on Twitter. It came through, and to be honest, you were tagged, and a lot of people were tagged on it. I'm going to answer it anyway. What player would you sell or keep out of these lot? Czech, Ospina, Koscielny, Chambers, Holding, Mustafi, Monreal, Bellerin, and Kolasinac.
Can I answer first?
Go ahead.
The only ones I'd keep are Mustafi, Kolasinac, and Monreal. The rest can all jog. Yeah, Mustafi, Kolasinac, and Monreal. The rest can all leave.
Yeah, I agree. To be honest, although I like Chambers, and I do, and I still think he'll come good, if we were to get a really good offer for him, sell him.
Yeah.
Right. In terms of questions now, I'm going to ask 3 more, and then we're going to wrap this up. So first one is from Ryan Fletcher. And he asked a question that, to be honest, we have answered in previous shows. So I don't know if you still want to answer this, but he asks, here's a question for both of you. When Arsene Wenger does leave, who do you want to replace him? What background staff would you have and why?
Ancelotti. Paul Clement. And I know he got potted from Swansea, but I think that if you've only got to go back to look at Ancelotti's success, he's always had Paul Clement there as a coach. Yeah. Personally, I don't think he got... I don't think he got the right deal at Swansea. I think he got a raw deal. I think he got sacked too early. Although saying that, they've smashed it since they sacked him, so you can't really question it, can you? So yeah, I'd have Ancelotti and Paul Clement. I think the rest of the people above him are sound. Sven, etc. Like the guy from Barcelona that we've brought in. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, for me, Ancelotti, and the reason I say Ancelotti is because I wanted him before he went to Bayern Munich.
Gosh, I hate that. I know a lot of the chat room were talking about fucking Brendan Rodgers. I don't know where the hell that came from. I think they were just clowning us, to be honest.
Yeah. Brendan Rodgers. Yeah, sorry, right. I'd take him over Wenger. In fact, the only manager I wouldn't take over Wenger is Roy Hodgson, because I think he's just more deluded than Wenger.
Would you take Eddie Howe?
Yeah, I would take Eddie Howe over Wenger. Listen, I'll take Mr. Bean over fucking Wenger. I'll take Mr. Blobby over Wenger. Yeah, but I wouldn't take Roy Hodgson. And let's be real, you wouldn't want to get your gear out around him. Look at the fucking hooter on him. You know what I'm saying? Have you seen that beak?
Fuck me, bro. Oh my god. Oh, hilarious.
Not that I condone anyone doing that sort of like, form of drug or anything like that. We don't promote that shit on this show.
No, we do not. We do not. Right, we got one more question, guys. One more question. Ask me or Lee or both of us anything you like. We'll give it an answer. We'll wrap shit up, and we'll let Lee calm the fuck down.
I'm chilled, man. It's like every time you mention that fucker's name, it just winds me up.
I know the name triggers you right now. The name.
He winds me up more than Wenger right now.
I'll tell you what. Let me ask you a holding question. This ain't the last question, but I'm sort of curious myself about this. Why do you think that Ancelotti would come to Arsenal, Lee?
Why do I think Ancelotti would come to Arsenal?
Yeah. Right. I'm sorry. Let me hold on 1 second. One of your haters. Do you know someone called Stan Hope? This motherfucker does not like you.
Right. I do, mate. Yeah, come see me Thursday, bruv. Stop hyping on fucking Chris's chat. I'll be outside the ground on Thursday. Stop
he
talking
does not like you. He's asking.
Listen. He comes on every single video I put out there, man. Yeah, stop talking. Start doing something about it. Fuck off, man. Just fucking block the dickhead, man. Kick him out, block him. He's a fucking idiot.
But yeah, hi man. That's quite a few questions. Tony Martin.
Did you say why do you think Ancelotti would come to us?
Why do you think he'd come to us?
I'll tell you why I think he'd come to Arsenal. Because he got sacked unfairly from Chelsea. Yeah, and I think he's a good manager. He's a top draw manager. He's won in every country he's been in. He's won Champions Leagues for fuck's sake. Yeah.
Do you believe? And I heard Harry say this to you. Do you believe that? With Ancelotti, he has enough about him? Because I think...
Yes.
I think the worry is that we'll get into another Wenger situation, whereas going for someone a bit younger... targeted also...
I'll tell you what Arsenal need, right? Arsenal need a proven winner as their next manager. We don't want to get into a David Moyes situation where we employ somebody like Arteta, yeah, or somebody like that, right? And I know that contradicts what I said a minute ago about fucking only Roy Hodgson's the manager I wouldn't have, yeah. But I think that we need somebody like Ancelotti, not for long term, but for maybe the next 2 years.
Next 2 years.
Just to steady the ship, yeah. Get a different mentality around the football club, yeah. But in that 2 years, make it quite clear to Ancelotti, you've got 2 seasons, yeah. You're not going to be the long-term successor because age is against him, let's be real. Yeah? But the fact that guy ain't got a job is fucking unbelievable, mate. He is a fucking good manager. Yeah? And you ask any Chelsea fan, they're gutted he got sacked. They are gutted when he got sacked. Yeah? There was a lot of Chelsea fans that were saying, yeah, rightly so, he should have been sacked, etc., etc. Yeah? But you go and ask them now, they would take him back in a heartbeat. Yeah, every Chelsea fan I know says they regret sacking him. Yeah, if they could bring him back, they're bringing him back, right? So for me, give him 2 years, get him in there, get a different philosophy, different mentality in the club. But in that 2 years, go and find somebody that's going to replace him, that's going to keep the philosophy that he brings, the winning mentality. Because look at his trophy haul, man. Yeah, he hasn't won many league titles, but his pedigree in Europe is fucking amazing. Yeah, so do you know what I mean? He won with Chelsea and got sacked 6 months later. Yeah, do you know what I mean? So yeah, I'd take him, and I think he would come because
No, I hear you. Is your audio gone? Your audio might have gone. All right. Well, just while Lee's sorting out his audio, I just wanted to say, Colin, we have basically covered your question. Shout out to Colin, who's in the chat room, much Arsenal. Go check out his channel. Yeah, we've covered your question already regarding who we'd replace Bellerin with. Lee said that he'd basically go to Barca, take their right back, exchange it for Bellerin and 20 million. So we'll go from there. Lee, are you still there? Looks like it's frozen in time. Well, that might be a good place to leave things, honestly. I don't know what has happened to Lee. I'm going to assume he's gone. He's done. My phone will probably start ringing in a minute. But I want to thank everybody for coming out to us. I know the Barca-Chelsea game's on, so most of you are probably watching that. So thank you to the 100+ that have watched. Hit that subscribe button. Absolutely crush that like button. Every time you guys do that, it means so much. So please do that for me. I appreciate all of you guys. The usual socials are in the description below. Lee, you back with us?
Sorry, man. My battery died on about 35%.
All them
Mid-flow as
rats,
well. Mid-flow. These shitty fucking iPhones. Don't ever buy an iPhone. They're shit.
I hate iPhones, so yeah, I won't. I'll tell you what, as you're back, chat room, one more question that Lee can go out to. Spectacular. A good one, though. Like, a good one.
Where's my man Stan Hope? Get him to ask me a question.
Nah, usually your John Silvers will be in the chat room. I think they're all like watching the fucking Barca Chelsea games. No one's around. Like, these are all the good questions.
Still 0-0, by the way. Still 0-0. 61 minutes gone. Willian's in here. He's going to have a dig.
Right, I've tried to.
Oh, Willian has just scored a fucking great goal for Chelsea. That was fucking class. That was class. I fucking hate him, but that was class. Yeah, short corner, whipped it to fucking Willian on the D. He took a touch out on the right and then just pinged it. How do I turn this camera around?
Oh, don't worry, I'll watch the highlights. I will do.
Yeah, that was a great goal. And to be fair, Willian has deserved the goal. He's hit the post.
Yeah, it sounds like he's been plugging away. Yeah.
I'm just watching the Hazard to Willian. Wide open on the D, man. Oh, mate, that was a great goal. Fucking great goal.
To quickly ask Archie's question, it is and it isn't. We don't normally do Europa League previews together, but because I did a Sunday show and Lee wasn't around, and loads of people were asking me questions that they wanted me and Lee to react to together, Lee very kindly jumped on today. So that's the reason he's on here today. But normally, I would say a lot of weeks we're on together for some sort of show. So, yeah.
Yeah, man.
All right,
yeah,
sorry.
Cool.
Apparently we're keeping Dan up. So let's get out of here.
Yeah, let's do one, man.
I'll tell you what, that is an appropriate question to leave things on. This is from Ballin. That's literally how I spelled it. And he basically said, Lee, have you ever played for a professional football team?
No. No. I used to play when I was little. I say little. When I was up to the age of about 17, from about the age of 6, I played for a club. But yeah, like just a local club that used to be in a league, like Saturday, Sunday league. And yeah, we used to play regional tournaments and stuff like that. But I've never played professionally. No, I wish I had.
What was your position?
Mate, mate, I'd love to play football professionally. Yeah, these people don't realise how lucky they are to play professional football. Yeah, and like when I look at some of the ex players, like the older players, the Kevin Campbells, the players like that, the Paul Davis, like Michael Thomas, yeah, I bet they sit there sometimes thinking, "Right, I was born in the wrong era," because the amount of money in football now is a joke. Yeah, you've only got to sign one professional contract and you are a multi-millionaire. Soon as that contract ends, whether the club keep you on or not, you're sweet for the rest of your life. Whereas them players back in them days, in the 80s, the 90s, yeah, like this is why so many of them have gone into media work because they can't afford to retire. And it's a shame because there were so many good players back in that era. Yeah, and like you look at some of the players now that are absolute shit that are creaming 70, 80, 90 grand a week. Yeah, and it just pisses me off, man. But that's what Sky Sports and Champions League and BT Sport now, that's what they've done to football.
Mm.
For me, it's a whole new podcast, but for me, Sky Sports and UEFA Champions League have killed football completely. Killed it. But we can do a chat on that in the summer if you want, when the season's done, man. Because I can go on about that shit for hours, trust me.
All right, guys. Well, we're going to get out of here because we've been on nearly 2 hours now. So we hope you've enjoyed and got your Lee and Chig fix. Hit that subscribe button. Lee, let the people, as if they don't know, but let the people know where they can find you.
Lee Gunner82 on Instagram and Twitter. If you don't have a profile picture, don't bother following me on Twitter because you ain't getting accepted. Got way too many eggs in the request list.
Somebody did ask why your Twitter's on private. I figured
I'll tell you why it's on private. It's because there's way too many dickheads on Twitter that think they're like bad man. Yeah. And like there's too many spies and just too many haters. Yeah, so go on private, and it's amazing how quiet my life is when it's on private. It's been on private for about 6 months now. Yeah, it's so chilled until this weekend when I spoke about Bellerin.
Let's not mention his name.
Yeah, if you wanna follow my YouTube channel, you can find me at Gunnerbang on YouTube.
Yeah. And I've actually been organised, people. Everything is in the description below right now. So if you missed any of that, just look below. And all the information is in the description below. Just like my channel, like my Twitter is @ColossalChig. Hit that subscribe button. I appreciate it every time you guys follow me. Don't take that stuff for granted. And also every time you guys subscribe and crush that like button. I'm out of here. I'm actually out of here to go and watch Leeds preview like you should. So go and watch that. Hopefully Chelsea will lose because I really want them to lose. And I'm out of here, people. Take care. And Lee?
Wenger the fuck out.
There you go. All right.